you bought a club, Simon. You know what goes with that.
Yeah, and you make mistakes when you employ managers.
Alonso's like right there with it. Will he be having second thoughts? Might he even pull out if they drop?
I wouldn't have thought so. He might try and chip the price for Mel. Because ultimately he's buying a different product. When we spoke about Wayne Rooney back in December, the first thing I said was, if you want to get relegated, you appoint Wayne Rooney, because it's just not fair on Wayne Rooney. He just does not have the experience, the skill set, the knowledge. He's played at elite football. He's played at Man United, winning things. The only regression probably was into America and a little period of time at Everton when he wasn't at his best anymore. But dropping into the Championship and trying to manage a side, they had a bump. Yeah, they had a bump. But I said they lost 12 games in a row. They haven't lost 12 games in a row. I think they've barely won in the last 12 games, and they've dropped like a stone. The problem with football people, Jim, is they think every opportunity is one to take. They jump on it. People like Gary Rowett, who was a manager of Birmingham, that then bounced between clubs because it suited him, because he thought it was a better opportunity. If Wayne Rooney was doing his homework, despite the fact it was probably a very difficult thing for them, because they signed him as a player coach, and when they got rid of Cocu, they thought to themselves, we've got a contractual obligation here, we've got Rooney in situ.
Yeah, what we're going to do?
If we bring someone else in board who doesn't want Rooney as a coach, we're paying him as a coach. We've got a problem here. I don't think it stops the purchase. I just think it takes potentially one of two great former Premier League clubs.
Well, this is it.
Down to the second, third tier of English football.
But that's
Sheffield Wednesday
and Derby County, Trevor.
Yeah,
two great
clubs.
clubs in English football. And it could have been so different. I mean, I was there at the playoffs, the Championship playoff. I think it was a couple of seasons ago. And it was Villa went up at Derby's expense. And I looked at Mel Morris. Mel Morris was very decent at Wembley, in the conference suite at Wembley. He said, of course I'll speak to you. But he said, this is a tough one for us to take. Now, if you could have told Mel then what you know now, and I think the whole thing, Simon, began to become unhinged with the Keogh, Tom Lawrence, Ryan Bennett moment.
I think you're probably right. I think
when the wheels literally came off.
Karma comes into things, and when you're getting rid of certain players and keeping other players on, the consistency's not there.
No. I mean,
the
the whole situation. This was a club captain as well. The whole situation when I ran around that was pretty appalling. But I think the whole thing is, I'm incredibly fond of Mel. I was incredibly surprised that he would, on his watch, would have put Wayne Rooney in situ, because it was, when I made appointments, when I first walked in the door at Crystal Palace, I didn't know what I was doing. I was a young guy at 31 years of age owning a football club. 4 years down the road, I started to make different appointments. Mel Morris has owned Derby County for a long period of time.
Long enough to
but
know.
Also,
so he's saying no excuses for him.
No excuses. But it's also, and I'm not going to have your narrative about football managers having to deal with what's going on in the boardroom. The players were paid late. On one argument, you'll turn around and say, I couldn't care less what's going on in the boardroom. And another argument, when the boardroom gives you an excuse to say, oh, well, they couldn't deal with it because there's a problem in the boardroom, the players weren't getting paid on time, there's this, that and the other. Players could not give a monkeys about the chairman. They could not give a monkeys about what's going on behind the scenes. They live on a little island on their own, and it's just an excuse.
Well, the fact of the matter
is, what I'm saying is, as a coach, you've got to take that excuse away, and you've got to get them to perform. Now, like you said, with a reference point, if Wayne's not got that experience where he's had to deal with it before from a coaching point of view, how is he supposed to get over that?
Look what the media were doing. Sorry, go to the media again. Look at what people were saying to him 2 months ago. Wayne, are you going to stay if this takeover doesn't happen? Like Wayne Rooney took the job conditional upon a takeover.
No, of course
Wayne Rooney took the job because he was bleeding lucky to get it.
Yeah,
right? And he shouldn't have taken it because he wasn't fit for the job.
Well, who's going to turn that job down in Wayne's position?
Someone with sense that looks at it and goes,
why would that be sense? You've seen Frank Lampard go in there and do quite well. You've seen Steven Gerrard go up north and do quite well. Why would he not take that job? Especially if he backs himself.
Let me give you the answer to that question. When Frank Lampard went into Derby, they weren't sitting bottom of the league, and he wasn't having to fix a problem. He was having to enhance an opportunity, and he had a relationship with Chelsea. He was pulling players through, and a different dynamic. When Wayne Rooney went in there, they were bang, 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 neck deep in trouble, and they needed someone that knew what they were doing. And with respect, he may skate away, but he didn't know what he was doing, and you can see it. It's evident.
Well, it's now down to this weekend, and it's a straight shootout between Sheffield Wednesday and Derby. One will go. The question is which one?
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.